Welcome back to Peaches Teaches, the show where I teach everybody tuning in, each episode, how to do just about anything. I'm not forgetting the theme song. I'm just trying something different. A lot has happened since I last released an episode, so I'm going to do a little recap after I discuss what we're doing this episode. This episode, we are making not cranberry sauce. If this is clear enough to see, it says cranberry sauce. Fingers crossed it is. I'll get to that in a moment. This is the recipe for November on our Cooking with Love provides food for the soul. I feel like the soul is somewhere near the heart. And it's from that calendar. And we're 11 episodes in, Snookums, so I hope you're caught up on what's going on here. I didn't mean for that to be as sassy as it was. Okay. So, we're not doing this. We're making my famous cranberry raspberry pie. And a couple things I have to get to. Okay, so I wanted to do a Halloween special so badly, but I was sick for like a week or 2 weeks. Like, shit's been so foggy. Then I was able to do the episode, I think it was the butternut squash. I think that was the only episode I was able to release in October. Because as soon as I got better from my cold and I recorded that episode, that night was a fiasco, honey. I wish I would have just kept recording myself. This contact got lost in my eye, bitch. Fucking dislodged. I was so scared. I was here by myself, digging in my eye, trying to get it out. Okay. Couldn't get it out. Or so I thought. So I went to bed with an eye that was so fucking sore. I slept like perfectly on this side. I have like a J-shaped pillow that I like lay into. It's pretty fierce. Anyways. I was just stayed in the same position all night. And then I think I had to sleep another night like that because it was a Saturday and I couldn't get to the eye doctor until Monday. Girl. So, the night that it got like dislodged from on top of my corneum, I don't know, I'm just making up eye words. You would think I would know the proper terminology. So, I was pulling, and I'm like, I swear I can feel this contact talking to myself in my head. And I'm like, I swear I can feel this. And I felt something just snapping back on my eye. I was pulling the skin of my eye. Skin? The film? Whatever keeps your eyeball in the eye? No, ma'am. I didn't realize I was doing that. Oof. So, when I finally made it to the eye doctor Monday, he was like, there's nothing in here. You're making this up. No, he didn't say. We would have been fighting if he said that. He was like, there's no contact in there, no sign of no contact. But there might be an infection starting, and that could be from digging around in your eye. So he gave me eye drops, and I was taking those eye drops for a week. Went back to see him because he just loves me. And so it was a checkup to make sure everything was fine and dandy. And he said everything was looking great. He said I could go back to wearing my contacts, except that was the last contact I had for my right eye. And I'm afraid to put contacts in, so I haven't put one in my left eye yet. So, as soon as my eye gets better, my phone breaks. And we were able to get me a new phone by like just paying off what we had left of our lease and getting this new phone. And the new phone that I got is like on some type of credit type of special T-Mobile plan. So it's like $0 a month. We just pay for the service. So I really hope that it takes good videos because I am very disappointed with the photos so far. Fingers crossed. I did a peace sign. Cross 'em, bitch. that this looks okay. Ugh, I'm so nervous. But yes. What else did I want to get into before? This outfit. This will be the last thing I get into is this outfit. Because I think that's truly all that I have left to talk about. This outfit is so freaking fierce. I'm not going to like give myself too much credit. So I'll say this was like a 2-hour dress. I don't think it was like under an hour. Because I take breaks a lot of the times. But this was some extra fabric I got that used to be my grandmother's, and if I get close enough, you can see, hopefully, better come through phone, little acorns. So, it's fall. If the camera on this phone doesn't look good, it is a OnePlus Nord M200 5G. I'm already pretty disappointed in its camera. So, and through this episode, I may be needing to put on my glasses because the flash on that camera is so severe, I'm about to barf my fucking brains out. And I actually think right now, because I got photos and stuff, I want to put a hair clip in, so I'll be right back. There, I had to put 2 alligator clips in because, to be completely honest, alligator clips kind of suck because all the hair wants to fall out. I was so tempted to wear a scarf because I'm starting to hate wigs. This is bothering my hairline so much. Like, I feel like I have a cheese grater on my forehead. You know what, sweetie? This is a cooking show and it's really important. It's really important that I could see what I'm doing. What is happening? The flash turned off and scared me, so I thought it stopped recording. Okay, so anyways, as I was saying, get the fuck out of my face. Wow, I'm hating wigs. Okay. It's time to get into this. The pie crust recipe is one I put together from different websites. For the pie crust, you're going to need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of white sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a cup of vegetable oil, 2 tablespoons of milk. And you place the ingredients. I got these directions from like a really lazy pie crust that the ingredients was like, no. So you just place the ingredients in a 9-inch pie pan, stir it together with a fork, and then you pat the mixture into the bottom and up the sides of the pan. And then you poke holes in the bottom and sides of the pie crust. Then you want to bake for 15 minutes in a preheated oven before you add the goodies, the gumdrops, and I'm trying to think of another G word. And then what you're going to need for the cranberry raspberry pie is 2 cups of cranberries, 5 cups of raspberries, 1 1/4 cup of sugar, milk and sugar, which is optional, that's for the top crust, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, half a teaspoon of almond, and there's like some sprinkling of some salt. And you bake the pie at 350 for 30 to 40 minutes because this new oven, that's why I use the word new, honey. It gets shit done. Have we made a pie before? I think the first pie we're making on Peaches Teaches is cranberry raspberry and not even peach. Remember, we don't have Pam, we have her Italian sister, Carlini. So, I don't even know if that's like a real Italian name or where it comes from. But, spray your 9-inch baking pan. I'm giving y'all like real baker with like the messy hair and stuff. I am a real baker. People have bought my baked goods. I'm a bakist. Yeah, whatever. Okay. You're not getting treats right now. Go eat your food. What? Do you have to go outside or something? This one, she's had attitude today. Just farting up a whole storm. As beautiful as the dress is and as much as I would love for you to see it, no. Look at this. I got this fabulous apron, and it kind of goes with Peaches Teaches, but... Oh, no wonder my hair is messy. The stupid... See what I'm talking about these alligator clips, girl? This is the kind of shit that, like, I just rush and get myself so impatient because I'm like, people don't want to see this. They want to see me make a pie. And then I'm like, this isn't live. And then I'm like, this is why I probably shouldn't do live cooking stuff. On Halloween, I was going to try to come on here live or somewhere live and do the first ever live Peaches Teaches. And I was going to make pumpkin mac and cheese. And that was going to be the Halloween special. Okay, this is everything, honey. This is everything I didn't think it was gonna be. You ready to fucking cook, bitch? Fuck. I know I am, honey. And you can still see some acorns. When I'm excited, I get so, like, draggy. Okay. So, let's begin. Okay, what's the joke, huh? So funny. Open up. Okay, this olive oil is a little disappointing. The reason why I really enjoy olive oil and stuff is because you taste it. You like taste the olive oil, and I like the flavor of it. So I have half a cup of oil, the teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of white sugar. I don't really like that. Let's do 4. I may have to rewrite that on the recipe card. 2 tablespoons of milk. Now we need 1.5 cups of flour. I'm going to try to gradually add the flour. Work it all together with the fork. I've never tried this pie crust before. I just kind of fucked around today about it. I said last episode I was going to talk about it, so let's just get it out of the way. I absolutely love She-Hulk and Ms. Marvel equally. Absolutely fabulous. Love both so much. My only critique is for Ms. Marvel. As come you don't have many episodes as She-Hulk? And to say what I wanted to say and put like the little silly thing I just did. Why doesn't Ms. Marvel have as many episodes as She-Hulk? Even when I tried to say it clearly, I stumbled. But you get it. I understand that like the episodes are a little bit longer, but come on. I was gonna be one of them for Halloween, and then I was like, everybody's gonna be She-Hulk. A lot of people are probably gonna be Ms. Marvel. She's also a teenager. I'm a grown-ass adult, even though, like, literally just yesterday when we had our furnace fixed, because it broke again, 2 times in 1 year, the furnace guy asked how old I was and if I was still in high school. I'm giving off, like, TD Bopper vibes. Not purposely. Anyways, another show that I wanted to talk about is Dead End Paranormal Park. I am obsessed with that show so much. I'm constantly feel like, am I a mix between Barney and Norma? But then sometimes I lean more towards being Norma, just cause like the way she talks about things sometimes. Her whole thing, like how much she looked up to Pauline Phoenix, and then she turns out to not be that fabulous. Who does that remind me of? I can't think of the word right now, but like how they communicate about being queer. I really enjoy that, you know? I'm 2 or 3 episodes left from finishing the most recent season, and I'm just a huge fan of it. The whole like Norma and the podcast and all that reminds me of myself too. And there was something else Norma does that just reminds me of myself. Oh, how anxious she is. And the episode where, spoiler alert, the episode where they're on the beach with the guy who has them all touch the skull and it sends them into their worst fear. I paused the episode and I looked at my mom and I was like, she's not going to be afraid of anything because real life is her biggest fear because she has anxiety. I totally relate. And I was right. Oh, such a good show. I really enjoy it. Going into the show, it wasn't even like, because people tried to say like the queer agenda and everything gay is shoved down your throat. I didn't even know anything about that till I started it, and I'm like, oh, what a cute added bonus to this show. You know what I mean? And there's clearly straight couples. Look at Barney's parents. Pauline is straight, I'm pretty sure. Barbara. I can't with Barbara. This is the last half cup. We did 3 half cups, 1.5 cups of flour. I didn't talk about Enola Holmes, I don't think, but I'm absolutely obsessed with Enola Holmes. Enola Holmes' relationship with her mom reminds me of my relationship with my mom, and I can't wait to see Enola Holmes 2. What I want you to do is, so as you can see, I'm just fitting the up to the cake, you know, just like so, pressing it in. I'm gonna sit this down, do it better, show you what it looks like. Here's our pie crust. Oh Lord. Go ahead and make it look like a little bird walked all over it. You want to bake the pie crust for the 15 minutes at 400. But make sure you remind me to turn the temperature down when it's time to bake the pie. For real. Okay. So we're going to mix the wet and the dry in a way. You want to mix together the cranberries, raspberries, lemon juice, almond flavor. And then you want to mix together the sugar, the quick cook tapioca, and the salt. So the first time I made this, I had an actual recipe, so now I'm going based off of memory. And like, I just love cranberries, like, fabulous. What I want to do is I want to measure out the raspberries before I wash them, so I'm not washing all the raspberries that I don't need. I need all the raspberries. Kerploosh. Lemon juice. 2 tablespoons. This is the almond. I'm gonna do another ½ teaspoon. Stir around those berries and those juices. Don't forget to turn your oven back down to 350 for the pie, filling, and all that good shit. So what you're gonna need is tapioca pudding mix. And you need a 1/4 cup of it. And I know somebody somewhere, some Becky, is gonna have a problem with this. And I missed the garbage. Last year when I made this pie, I needed tapioca pudding. That was one of the main ingredients I remembered in the pie, and I was so mad when I forgot it at the store. But then I found the box of tapioca from last year, and I had it sealed, and the date is good until October 2023. It was 2022. So I just used it. And that's the crazy thing. If you need to make 2 of these pies, 1 box of tapioca is perfect because it splits between the 2 pies. Okay, but I also wanted to mention, I'm testing this pie crust because when I make this pie, I usually use the Pillsbury, which, thanks girls so much for doing this, the pre-roll pie crust. Because, listen, if you are one of those people with the really infamous pie crust recipe, I'm sure it's really fabulous and I don't want to break your heart. But my opinion is that pie crusts aren't, I don't give a damn, it doesn't matter. Give me the filling. It's just there to blend in with the filling. I don't like a pie crust that's too flaky. That's why I kind of am liking this pie crust so far. But I know for a matter of fact, I don't think I could do nothing pretty on the top. So, go get some salt and 1 1/4 cup of sugar. Now you want to dump the sugar into the fruit. And don't forget, there's tapioca pudding. Beautiful. It smells so fabulous. Now, what I can't personally remember about pie crusts. Are you supposed to let the pie bake a little bit before you put a top crust on if you're doing a top crust? It's smelling lovely, but I don't know if I should take it out early. I would say, without touching it too much, I would say that's good and done and ready for the filling. Pie. Because of how fast this pie crust bakes, I'm going to put this in the oven for 30 minutes. Come check on it. In the meantime, I'll be making some of the pie crust. This oven has been scaring me. It's hot. When I make this pie, I usually make a top crust. And I have a feeling if I make a top crust with this pie crust, it's not gonna be pretty. But for the sake of Peaches Teaches, I'm gonna do it anyways. Food doesn't always have to be fucking pretty. I kind of forgot I had my glasses on. Okay, so hopefully you can see right here, I was able to roll out some of the pie crust, and maybe we'll do a lattice top or something. I kind of want to do like a cran raspberry sunset though. Lattice sunset. Lattice sunset. I feel like Dora. The biracial Dora. In Gaelic, no. In Arabic, in Italian. Kids would be so confused, like, which one am I supposed to learn? And English would be thrown in there too. Gosh, okay. It's Peaches Teaches. We're trying to have fun. Let's make a sunset. Okay, so I want to start by taking this and putting it, will go right here. I'm going to turn this on just to make sure you can see the pie. I'm not a huge fan of how the lighting is looking. So I'm going to get our kind of semicircle shape and lay it down here at the bottom of the pie. Okay. Get a butter knife to draw some rays of sunshine. When you do rays of sunshine, make sure the tops are curved so they fit on the sun. The tops and bottoms are curved so they fit on the top of the sun and around the rim of the dish. Roll this up in a noodle shape because I would like to wrap dough around the edge of the pie dish. You may just have to press it into the edge of the pie dish. I'm really struggling. So I'm going to bake this with the top on it for 10 minutes, check it 10 minutes, and see how we could go from there. I can't wait for y'all to see this. Cran raspberry sunset. It's beautiful. Maybe after the first 10 minutes, we'll put milk on the pie crust. Okay, but it seemed to do really well just in the pie dish before we put any filling. So I'll be back and I'll make a little clip if we need to put milk on top. Okay, so the pie crust has been in there for 20 minutes. What I want to do, if it doesn't take too much time and drive me crazy, is try to cover the corners or the edge, rim, whatever you want to call it. I don't have a brush. I do have a brush, but who has a cooking brush? Really, not many people have a cooking brush unless they are serious about cooking. And I want to make my cooking channel for everybody. Honestly, when I picture, sometimes I feel like I'm like really tall. Let me squat a little bit. When I picture about like who is gonna find this channel the most useful, I was thinking like, I mean, with everything going on in Ohio right now, like disowned queer children who are now on their own, making it on their own, starting to, and they're like, what the fuck? I don't know how to do half the shit my parents were supposed to teach me. That's what Peaches Teaches was like in my mind. I kind of got stuck to just doing cooking stuff, and in the future I'd love to like branch out like I was at the beginning of the series, but in my mind that's who I think of the most when I'm thinking of who is Peaches Teaches for, you know? Here's Jeannie, little Jeannie begging. Oh, and here comes the big girl begging. These two girls, let me tell you something, they're chunky. Okay, so ever so carefully just drop some drops on there and then use the back of the spoon to spread it around like pizza sauce. Can you two please wait till I get this back in the oven? Autumn has created the ritual of getting treats every Peaches Teaches. But she wouldn't participate when I was trying to give her a bath during Peaches Teaches. And let's put this back in the oven for another 10 minutes to see what happens. I really prefer scarves when I'm cooking. Wow. Come so pretty. So pretty. Beautiful. So the one thing about this camera is there's no way to keep flash on the whole time. Here's our... Let me get to where you could see me. I don't even know. Ooh, it almost tipped out. So I didn't even think about the fact that I could turn up the ring light's brightness or I could move it forward. So, okay. The pie is cool enough to where I can hold it and it not fall out. Here we go. Oh, woo! Okay. This is beautiful with some whipped cream. I don't have whipped cream. Let's just go right here. I sure do hope it's cool enough to serve now, y'all. Okay, so it definitely could have cooled longer. I'm gonna talk over the thingy. It is like a very loose pie. I want to get some of this pie crust for sure to try it. I'm afraid, wow, okay. Hopefully this camera's good enough to catch that steam. It's really steaming, piping hot still. My mouth just got better after burning it on some stew the other day, so that's another method I use to cool food when I'm alone. Still as friggin' scrumptious as last year, honey. A bitch never loses her touch, honey, let me tell you. Now this is a sloppy pie crust, but I don't know, that sunset is beautiful. I'm not an experienced pie maker, so I'm sure somebody that's really good with pie crusts is going to be able to make a beautiful print out of this. Really, the only thing that's sloppy about it is the edge, and who cares? Like, the texture is so amazing. It's still very flaky, but it's not dry, which is what I realized I really dislike in pie crusts. Like, it's reminiscent of like a shortbread cookie kind of dough for the pie crust. It was a little too tart last year, and I did the right call adding 2 extra teaspoons of sugar. This is so good. I don't know what I love more, the raspberries or the cranberries. 5 out of 5 peaches without a doubt. I swear one day I'm just gonna like pick some crazy out of the box thing I never tried before to do it, to see like, is every damn thing gonna be 5 out of 5 peaches every time? You know what I mean? The pie crust, I am so surprised with. I did good. Oh my god. Okay, ooh, that little squeak startled me. Let's show you what's going on next month. To wrap up the 2022, Cooking with Love provides food for the soul calendar and cookbook. It is, and this one I'm so excited for, white chocolate fudge. I am so excited for this white chocolate fudge. Oh. And that will wrap up our 12-part series within Peaches Teaches. Doing this calendar, it was fun. It was a fun one, y'all. It's been fun. And maybe we could just keep going with Peaches Teaches. Yes. Maybe branch out. See how many more episodes we'll fill in before I wrap up the series. I'd love to keep going as long as possible, but yeah. So I want to thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Peaches Teaches. I appreciate the viewership. It sounds so professional. I'm trying to work out something like that. Oh, and then this is what I'm trying to work out too, to see if this works too. Peaches Teaches all the different things that you can do. That fucking pie did something, cause that was immaculate. I could be doing singing lessons next. Teaching lessons. Peaches Teaches how to teach. Don't. No.